What is bullying? You probably know that this is what bullying usually looks like. But there are other forms of bullying that can be just as hurtful. You're also being a bully when you call people names, or when you tease people with the intent to hurt their feelings. That can include making fun of someone just because he or she seems different from you and your friends. Experts say that one of the most hurtful types of bullying is exclusion. If you don't let someone sit at your lunch table, or you invite some kids to play a game but you purposely leave someone out, you're bullying by exclusion. Bullying online, called cyberbullying, is becoming more and more common. Posting embarrassing pictures of someone on a website or sending them threatening emails are just two examples. But there's more to bullying than just bullies and the people they target. If you just stand on the sidelines and watch bullying happen, you're what's called a bystander. And being a bystander only makes the problem worse. To learn more, open your Scholastic magazine.
This is from the April 27th, 2020 edition of Scholastic News. And you don't have that edition, so I'm going to share with you my screen recording, and you'll be able to follow along with me on your device. Let's take the article debate. Should you stand up to a bully? This is also available on Google Classroom, so if you're able to log in, you may do so. Should you stand up to a bully? By Tricia Culligan. You hear a commotion in the cafeteria. Oh no, the class bully is at it again. Look around. How are other students reacting? Some are likely trying to ignore the situation. Others might be filming it or taking photos with their phones. What are you doing? About 1 out of 5 students in the U.S. report being bullied. Ross Ellis is the head of Stomp Out Bullying, an organization that is trying to change that. She says one of the worst ways to react when you see someone being bullied is to be a bystander. When you do nothing, you're sending a message to the bully that their behavior is okay, Ellis explains. Instead, she suggests be an upstander or someone who supports the person being bullied. Ellis points out that there are different ways to be an upstander and that the best solution isn't always to get directly involved. So how do you know when to stand up to bullies? And what are other ways you can help the kids they target? After the sidebar, Ellis weighs in on 2 situations. What is bullying? Here's how to tell the difference between bullying and silly drama, like disagreements or teasing between friends. It's definitely bullying if the person's words or actions are clearly meant to be hurtful. In other words, what they're doing isn't an accident. It isn't a one-time thing. Bullying is usually bad behavior that is repeated over a period of time. The bully uses his or her power to push others around. Power isn't always physical strength. Popularity is a form of power too. So is it bullying? Yes. This one is. At basketball practice, some of your teammates are taunting a new player, Maddie. They're making fun of her sneakers and refusing to let her shoot with them. Speaking out against bullying takes courage, especially when more than one person is doing it. After all, you don't want the bullies to turn on you. But since these are your teammates and the situation doesn't seem dangerous, you should help Maddie. One way is to confront the bullies. Keep it simple, Ellis suggests. Tell the bully that what they're doing is mean and wrong. You can also stand up to the bullies indirectly. For example, try distracting them by changing the subject, or ignore them and walk over and start shooting with Maddie yourself. Either way, you're showing Maddie that you're there for her. More than half of bullying situations stop when a peer steps in to help. Let's continue with things that you shouldn't do when dealing with bullies. At recess, you see the biggest kid in 6th grade push Jason, who's in your 5th grade class. The bully warns Jason that if he tells a teacher, it will only get worse after school. While standing up to a bully is often the right choice, experts say it is not always safe to do so. About 30% of bullying incidents include physical attacks. If someone is being physically harmed, you should go get a teacher, says Ellis. Telling an adult isn't tattling, you're helping someone. In this case, don't put yourself in danger by standing up to someone who's bigger than you. Tell a trusted adult instead. You're still being an upstander if you get help from someone else. Plus, by walking away, you're taking away the bully's audience. Bullies are encouraged by other kids laughing or, even worse, posting photos or video of the scene online. Don't just walk away assuming that someone else is getting help. What would you do? Now it's your turn. Based on what you've read, should you stand up to the bullies in this situation? No one wants to sit with AJ on the bus. She's all alone and your friends are laughing at her. What do you think? Should you stand up to the bully? Let's look at a couple of questions. Which two words have opposite meanings? A word that has an opposite meaning is an antonym. A, bystander and upstander, maybe. B, adult and bully. An adult does not always have to be a bully, and a bully does not always have to be an adult, so scratch that one off. Bully and audience. Same rationale as the previous one, scratch that one off. D, audience and adult. No. So our choice there is bystander and upstander. And now let's take a look at the next question. Which is an example of bullying? A, the losing team congratulates the winning team in gym class. On the contrary, this is a positive example of what kids should be doing, so it is not bullying. B, one kid pushes another kid every day, maybe. C and D say that the students are disagreeing, that's not bullying. But if something's happening every day and is with intent to hurt, that is bullying. Several more examples of bullying and what would you do from Scholastic News, April 27th, 2020 issue. After reading Should You Stand Up to a Bully, read the situations below. Use evidence from the article to determine whether bullying occurred in each situation. Then think about a solution and write it below, or write it on a sheet of paper. For the last row, describe a bullying situation that could happen in your school, then come up with a solution for it. Situation 1. A new student transfers to your school and doesn't have a place to sit at lunch. He wanders the lunchroom looking for a place to sit. Is it bullying? What's the solution? Situation 2. A few times at recess, a group of girls taunt Ava about her new shoes. They make jokes about the shoes and begin to kick rocks and dirt in her direction. What would you do? Is it bullying? Is that bullying? What's the solution? Situation 3. In gym class, a group of kids repeatedly refuse to let James on their team. Michael begins throwing the ball at James, trying to hit him. Is it bullying? If so, use evidence from the text, remember. And what is your solution? Situation 4. While riding the bus home, you notice two friends having a disagreement about something that happened at lunch. They both look upset. Is it bullying? What's the solution? And finally, situation 5, write your own situation that could happen at our school. Is it bullying? What would you do?